Alright,
No,
cool.
I haven't had a shave, so any Photoshop.
Bro,
you guys
this guy
can,
looks smooth, man. What are you talking about? Smooth guy.
Photoshop is more than welcome for me.
Nah,
you know?
we're good. So we can kick off, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
Yeah, he's been recording. Yeah, man. That's it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's get it, bro.
Let's get it. So, I mean, I was going to say, you don't really do no introductions, really.
Nah,
it's not
man,
a radio
nah,
thing.
nah.
Just, we
We're
can
just
say
here
all
with
that
it.
for
We're
the...
just
for
here
the
with the
visual.
Bel Air, chilling. You know what I mean? We're chilling in the cut. That's it, my guy, man. We ain't on no type of
radio
clock.
time.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
wherever you want to start with it, bro. I'm easy
Wow.
like Sunday morning.
Well, what I wanted to say is like what I was saying off camera. I was going to say off air then for a second. That's a force of habit, you know.
My boy,
my
boy Daz is in the building.
But the EP, we got to get straight into that.
Yeah, why
because
not, man?
like
Feels right now, man. There's tons of that. New year, new me.
definitely, and I hear that. I
Alive.
feel the same. I feel the same. But the EP,
New year, new music. Actually, that's what I'm gonna say. Not new me, because I still got the same old.
same old, but moving up. You know what I mean? New year,
I like
new
that.
things. You know
I
what
like
I
that,
mean?
man. Moving up. I like the sound of that, bro.
But the EP, I won't give too much away because obviously it's not officially out yet and everything.
Nah, it's
But-
out by the time this is.
By the time
this is.
All right.
It's out, bro.
So I can say.
You
No,
wanna
I'm good
you,
for the moment. I'm good for the moment.
You man. You want some? You sure you want some? Grab a cup whenever you want one. If you want, yeah, get some. Get some Bel Air in your system, man. So it's out by the time this hits the street. You know what I mean? That's a fact. So.
And I listened to it, and honestly, bro, seriously, I know I've said this off air and everything, and I've said this to you in private on WhatsApp and everything. But it is good. Like I don't think you might even realize how good it is. When I say good, I'm talking about not just different to what's being promoted out there.
Yeah.
But just the quality of it, the talent, the style, the whole cadence. You know what I mean? Everything is
Cadence. Yeah. I appreciate that. I'm good looking out for that, bro. Cause
no, seriously, the first
nice
track, it needs to be said.
Yeah.
And I really do feel like as a DJ, this is my problem. I feel sometimes with DJs. Like I know a lot of DJs that say things like they play UK all the way and do this and that for the UK.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you playing ASB?
Yeah.
Why aren't you playing Beluga Ice?
Yeah.
Because if a DJ's telling me they're playing something from a certain part of town,
Yeah.
you need to be playing something from a certain part of town. Don't say that and just play people that are down the road from you. Do your research. I do my research.
But they keep it super local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever claim to know everybody from the UK that is doing things musically, but I'm prepared to find out. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Some people just stick within their bubble, and I hear that, but I just don't agree with it.
No,
So
I feel you on that.
why I say that to say this is because I think with this EP, me personally, this needs to be in the hands of everybody. Every DJ who's making any kind of moves, whether it's radio, podcasting, whatever, this needs to be in their hands. The first track that you say, I know it's not in any particular order yet.
Yeah, but you've heard.
But the way I
the thing
heard
is, you've
it,
got the whole body almost in it. You know what I mean?
And the first track, it just kicks things off nicely. When we spoke, obviously you're gonna talk about it, but when we spoke, I remember you said that it's one of them EPs where you kind of bring in like more of a personal approach to it. It's probably the most personal thing that you've done, and I can hear that in the music.
Yeah,
you know
I'd
what I
say
mean?
so. You know,
But what I wanted to know is why now? Why because you've made other records, ASB. You've made other records. They've been good records.
Yeah.
You've made some glossy videos. You know what I mean? And they've been
Yeah,
very
yeah,
kind of like turn up party, and they've been good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they've been active. Yeah.
But this one, it's got that element to it as well. But it's got a real personal approach to it. Like the things you're saying, like you're really rapping. Like the first track, like I said, that just sets the tone. And
Yeah,
then
I
the last
Spend. That's
track,
called, right?
crazy.
The first one I sent's called I Spend.
Yeah.
We've got a video for that as well. I mean, why now? To your question, I think now, there's no better time than the present. That sounds a bit cliche, but it's true. We're in 2019. It's another year. They're going by so fast, man. The years that it's like last year I planned to come and attack the game heavy. You know what I mean? But then I only really ended up putting out I say only 3 music videos, which is okay. But I didn't put out a body of work. I didn't put out mad freestyles or nothing like that. So last year we had some really cool moments. We had my friend Murder Mook from America over.
Yeah.
Got him on the pen game challenge with Margs. So connected him with Desperado and Slim went on to to blow to, was in the studio, and that connected him with who I thought was worth connecting him with at the time. That was a moment. We dropped My Turn, big track, great video,
amazing video.
JJ Media, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Then we came with The Recipe. When I shot the video in Atlanta and then half of it in England. Solid, bouncy, turn-up tune. Thought that was going to do stronger, and it didn't. I'm grateful for what it does do, though. I'm not angry at it. It's just, you just got to keep plucking away. And then at the top, and then I went traveling again to America, done some networking and shot some videos over there again and that. And then we came back and we dropped Lurkin, the drill track, Gotti and El Nino.
The one, you filmed that local.
Yeah, that was in Grove and then between Grove and Hayes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, really the year closed. After that, that was the close of the year. And I was at this stage where I felt really inspired by not just what the UK music was doing. I was inspired by the likes of, the Fredos, the Nineses, the Scrapses, Slim, Heady One, the people that were putting in the work and putting out bare bits and Asco and whatnot. But that was like a small percentage of my inspiration, because a lot of my musical inspiration because of my age, doesn't necessarily automatically come from UK artists. It comes from a variety of things. Like on a Sunday, I grew up in a household where they play, Marvin Gaye, the Dramatics, Isley Brothers. Like I'm inspired by soul music as well, by R&B. I love R&B, American hip hop, of course. I've got close ties with your Dave Easts, A Billion, King Shooter. Like I'm close with people like that, where when I hear them, they motivate me because I know them and I'm seeing them working. I'm actually a very ambitious person.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Not everyone would, because they think like they only see the music. He only dropped 3 videos last year, but I've got other stuff that I do in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very into business as well. So like business development and stuff like that as a day job. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the time is right, because UK music is having its moment where even artists from New York, that New York is like the home of hip hop, they're struggling to get a buzz. But over here we've got bare people that are hitting 1 million on YouTube. And that's big numbers, bro.
Yeah.
Like some of Nipsey Hussle's an established signed artist, right? Who's really smart, really talented. But you've got mans like Fredo and that doing more views than him easy. And they're just from West London, you know what I'm saying? And I say just, but they're from London, which wouldn't have been expected for that to be bigger than that, if that makes sense, because he's from Compton.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does, but then you got to think Nipsey Hussle's market is probably very different to Fredo's.
It is.
The average person who's into hip hop wouldn't, like the casual hip hop fan, wouldn't listen to Nipsey Hussle. Not that they wouldn't listen to him, they wouldn't check for him like we would. Yeah, you know what I mean? Even though he's out there, but they wouldn't know him as well as they would know probably Lil Yachty.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not as mainstream.
And I wouldn't know much about Lil Yachty because I'm not from that school of hip hop. You know what I mean? Which I think everyone. I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? But I think it's more to do with the fact that I don't know. I just think there's still this kind of sheepish culture. I think
follow fashion,
very much so. And as much as people don't like to admit it,
it's there, isn't it?
It's
there to see as well.
And it's not just the fans; it's the DJs are responsible for that as well. Even some of the artists themselves are responsible for that as well.
Jumping on waves and stuff.
Yeah.
From a fan aspect, I don't blame them, because it's exciting, isn't it, when a new sound and a new artist comes out. Like right now, I'm fucking with Roddy Ricch. You know about Roddy Ricch?
Roddy Ricch, that's Meek Mill's
artist. Well, he is, but he was doing his thing kind of while Meek was in jail as well. So he's associated with Meek, but he's a Crip from Compton. He's young. And his videos are good. He didn't come out on World Star. He came out on his own channel and that. But his music is great. It's really good hip hop. But so when people jump on it, I don't feel like they're just being sheep because they're jumping on it. But a lot of the time they are with other things. But him, I can see the talent. So I've been rocking out with Roddy Ricch, Gunna, Lil Baby, and I'm not a sheep.
No,
but
but you know good. I say
it's taste though, isn't it? Everyone's individual taste is different. Like I love I'm a little bit bougie,
but
I like expensive things. I like tasteful things.
Yeah, I mean,
but I still buy the $2.99 chicken meal from the ends.
This is a very good analogy. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
so at the same time as look what you just said, Roddy Ricch, right? Now people watching this would be like, who's he? But probably when he blows, they won't remember that you said that. in this.
I think he might have blown now. That's the thing. Now
That's the because I know who he is. I don't know too much about his music,
I
but I know.
was in the hood in Brooklyn, bro, with Caesar, all the pocketful you dons. You know what I'm saying? In their GSC, PFE, Danger, all of them guys. A Billion. He's a rapper.
Yeah,
he's got a big track out. Smoked. I remember I sent you the track.
Yeah.
They rocking Roddy Ricch in the. They got a bar with a big screen on where they drink Henny and smoke. You know what I'm saying? And they're rocking him before he blew. And I was saying, who's this cat? They put me onto him. He's hard, fam. Like, I'm feeling this guy, you know what I mean? And then there's Moneybag Yo. Yeah. And now J. Cole's jumped on his mixtape.
Yeah.
But for a few EPs and mixtapes, he was just grinding. But and it's hot, fam, you know what I'm saying?
But this
People
is
like new shit.
This is the thing, and this is where I kind of have a bit of resentment towards what I see happen here. Because you see what you just said there? Roddy Ricch, these artists are getting played in the barbershop on the block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want the same for us. Like I want
UK.
The barbershop. I want Slicks down the road and Harrow Road to play ASB's EP.
Yeah.
I want Mo Better Cuts round the corner to play ASB's EP.
Yeah.
But they won't. Not because it's not good, but because they're not paying attention enough as much as they should do.
They're watching like what's hot already, basically.
Yeah, and it's like that's cool as well. But I always have a problem with anyone who was to look if you were to look through a telescope at the UK and you was from Mars, right? You would only think the only rappers we had was Giggs, Krypton Conan, Fredo, Stormzy. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean?
It's a small country, innit? And they feel like they can't let too many people through at once or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean
but
by
it's
that,
like
yeah?
when I was younger, showing my age now, but we didn't have a UK music scene like we have now.
We didn't, bro.
You know what I mean? It was very different. UK was more dance music. It was more
bro. Yeah,
drum and bass. It was more garage. When I was growing up, you know what I mean? We had some rappers, but it wasn't like how it is now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
But what I'm saying is, when
it's grown, innit?
Yeah, but despite that, even being young, I didn't restrict my mind to what we had.
Yeah.
I still was checking for what's going on over stateside, what's going on here. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't saying to myself, oh, because I live in West London, I'm only going to listen to the people that are making garage in Kensal Road.
I mean, look.
You know what I mean? So
I've got an opinion on it, right? And it's changed a lot over the years. Back in the day, I used to share the same opinion as you. But you know what? How I reason with it, right? So to answer your original question, right? I am inspired by the UK music scene growing. That's why now's the time. Another thing you just mentioned is we ain't getting no younger. That's a fact. So it's time now. You get me?
Yeah.
Number 3, it's like I feel like I'm not gonna forever want to. Look, I'm a rapper, yeah, but I'm a bit of a weekend rapper. Like I rap after I finish paying my bills and doing what I got to do, right? So would I like to say that I own a studio and I make loads of music all day? Hell yeah. My passion. Rap is my passion. But does it pay my bills right now? No. So it's difficult, fam. It's difficult for me to like to stay on it. So what I've learned is that my consistency. I've sat back the way you have and gone, why ain't ASB bigger? And I've been real with myself, and I'm not going to blame it on the DJs, the barbershops, the people that's not supporting. I'm going to look at myself in the mirror and take responsibility for me. And I'm going to say, do you know what? You've been a consistent hustler, which is like the podcast I was doing, going to America and connecting certain Americans with valid UK people, paying my bills and making my money, staying up to date with Instagram and putting out a few videos. But is that real musical consistency? I don't think it is. I think when you look at like we was talking off air, the likes of Tupac back in the day. I know it's a long time ago, but a good example of someone that's just knocking out records. I heard he used to tell the engineer to stop mixing it. Do that later when I'm not here, fam. Next, load it up.
Yeah, I heard the same. Yeah,
and that's true. That's true consistency, because you get to this stage where you're not just making a track to shoot a video. You're making an album or 2 albums to make it the best one album, to cut it down, and where I've gone wrong. Not wrong, but where I feel like I've put out some singles and whatnot, and then I've put out a mixtape, or I've never rolled out a project like I'm rolling out this one.
Yeah.
The artwork's done, but they ain't seen it yet. But they'll see it now when they hear this. We've got, like me and JJ Media, we've done 3 videos already. I've got another feature track with an American duo called 290. I've got another track with a UK artist that's just shooting a video too. I've got another track with another UK artist we're shooting a video to. But what's happening is the timeline has now become like a rollout. So the pre-order, you get the first track when the video drops. You get the second track when the second video drops. Then on this date, it drops. Then the same week as the drop, you get this documentary. Then the next single comes a month later.
There's a process.
And you said, why am I being so personal? And the reason I'm being so personal is because I thought my inspiration for a project didn't just come from music. It came from me watching other podcasts and interviews, because I like podcasts and interviews, and seeing man like Tyson Fury, for instance, go on his run to fight Wilder, doing interviews and just being himself. Just being himself, telling his story and that. And then I saw other people like even like certain US artists and stuff, like 6ix9ine, even though he's in jail and he's a bit of a madman and was doing all the trolling and the clout chasing, he was still just unapologetically him. Like, I'm going to jump on it, I'm going to do this. And I'm watching people be themselves more because of the internet. And to be honest, I ain't going to be able to keep up with being a troll or being someone that jumps on YouTube every day and cracks jokes.
And you're not like that, bro.
I'm calm, you know what I mean, for the most part.
And you don't need to be like that. That's the thing.
But I've got to give more now. I've got to give me.
Yeah.
Rather than just my best 16 and my best hook.
And that's what I respect.
You know what I mean?
That's what I respect, though, because anyone could just pick up their phone and go on Instagram and do some kind of
marketing,
flim flam tomfoolery. Yeah. But the thing about it, you're not doing that, and that's what I like. Yeah. But it's just that my whole thing is I just wish there was more people, A, like you, and B, more people that would be receptive to you for being you.
Yeah, which definitely. That's what I don't. Thing.
You know what I mean? That bothers me a lot, because I've always been about authenticity. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I just think.
Do you think some people's take on authenticity is different though? Do you think they say, ASB ain't caught no bodies, he ain't real, I ain't listening to him? You know, but like, then the other side is like, he ain't popping yet, so I don't need to support him yet.
But that's the thing. The opinion of someone like that makes no difference to me. You know what I mean? If someone said, I'll give you a case in point, yeah? I was DJing at a club, not to go off the subject, but it's kind of same kind of principle. I was DJing at a club, and a DJ walked in. I didn't know who he was, but he was playing after me, but he came in with 2 girls. Okay. Now, I was playing, and it was almost like the girls were as stiff as cardboard. They were like this. Face was bent up and everything. I'm thinking, a bit odd. And they're standing right next to the DJ booth, so I'm feeling the vibe. Now, I didn't think it was anything personal to me, but there was definitely something going on. And I thought to myself, one of them was started doing this to the music. I can't remember what tune I was playing, but they were like this. I was thinking, has he told you not to like dance to any other DJ but him or something? Because the way you're moving stiff. I'm thinking, I'm thinking.
He's like a pimp, like. He's got his girls like, following him.
Enjoy yourself. If I'm playing better, if I'm playing some tunes and they're good, why would you not respond to that? Do you know what I mean? So why I say this? It's a mad analogy, but why I say this is that I think sometimes people not to like things, because of what? You know what I mean? If I like something, I like something. If I was one of them DJs that only liked what was so-called popping, me and you wouldn't even know each other.
But we got to work through it though. You know what we got to do? We got to get back to work. We got to go to the studio and record again. We got to make a new song. We got to keep coming much and be ourselves. That they either like in the end you win them over.
That's what I'm saying.
Or they don't like you, get out of the way, and I'll find another fan instead.
That's what I'm saying. What I mean? Like my whole DJ career was hard because I had to go through so much politics. It was like there was times when I'll be playing at certain things. And the promoter will be like, Daz, don't play that. Almost instructing me what not to play. Just so that his golden boy could play the big tunes. I'm thinking to myself, I'm just doing my thing. Oh,
so it's controlled. That's a different
I'm just doing my thing. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just doing my thing. But I'm taking instructions. So then I thought to myself, you know what? I shouldn't swear. I can swear, can't I?
Of course you can,
but
fucking
motherfuckers. I'm trying to be a different man in 2019. Wankers. I'm thinking, like, this is a lot of rubbish. And then that's when you think to yourself, you know what? F this, I'm just going to do my own thing. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, people will respect you more for being yourself rather than for being somebody else.
I was going to pop this and start eating the sweets here, but you know what? No, fuck it. Like, we're being real. I'll be really real with you, right?
Be really real with me, please.
No. Nah, you know, look, at the end of the day, we're all human, right? and we all go through certain trials and tribulations, and we all go through our own path in life, right? So I am in a really positive space, bro, where negativity, I don't want it around me at all.
Of course. Yeah,
I don't even want to. If you're hating on me, cool, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Safe, bro.
Yeah.
Because it don't bother my day unless you're bringing the energy to my face or around me, innit? If you're a YouTube comment, cool, bro. I don't read you. Let's be honest. I'm going to put it out there now, even if you're leaving comments, fam. I don't read comments no more. I stopped reading comments because you know what happens, fam? You start reading comments, right? And even though you're saying, fuck them, they don't know what they're on about, subconsciously, you've read it and it's registered. And then as an artist, you might tuck your tail in a bit next time because you was in the studio and you caught a vibe and you went a bit, you was wavy on the hook and singing a bit, and then they told you you're shit at singing or he sounds like a cunt on the hook. And then next time you go studio, even though you don't know them and you don't really care about them, you might not sing it. You might rap it more like, oh, I'm not going to do that again because it subconsciously it affects your artistry. So you see what I'm saying? One person, bro. Out of million, bro,
it's
there's
the same
million people. How many million people live in London alone?
It's the
8
same,
million?
bro.
Something like that. Don't quote me, but
all of these
that's one city,
experiences.
bro. Come on, fam, man. Can't listen to these clowns, man.
Not to cut you, but all these experiences is they all got parallels. It's the
Yeah.
same thing I go through. Like if I'm playing at a club, you got 300-400 people dancing,
Yeah.
and you got one person that's asking you to play a record
That one track.
it's just not gonna work if
Requested
I put
it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't mind if you're upset because I don't play it
Yeah.
because 499 people are enjoying it.
Yeah.
So what am I changing for you for?
Yeah,
So it's the same kind of principle.
Yeah, 100%, man.
You're not gonna please everyone all of the time.
You can't.
You know what I
It's
mean?
impossible almost.
But as long as you're doing you,
If you can please a big amount of people because of you just being you, that's the ultimate win, I think.
that's it.
You know,
But
like
some
your
people-
Gunners and little babies and that, they're now spiraling out of control and growth because people just like it.
But I just can't
The
believe.
masses.
I just can't believe some people don't get it still. In an
Yeah.
age when we've got the internet, when
internet's
you
key for
don't
that.
have to conform to any kind of rules and regulations now. Look at us. We're filming a.
Do you know how do you know how blessed I feel some days, bro? I feel so blessed, right? Obviously the title track of my CD. I say CD, it's not even CD's number. The title track of my EP is called "Hard Times Don't Last."
Yeah.
What do you think of the art, bro? I sent you the art. What do you think?
Honestly, you know what it reminded me of? You know the old school Master P No Limit album covers when they used to have like the jewel, you know what I mean?
The
like,
ice and that.
the ice and that, and
Yeah,
the text had the diamonds in it.
Yeah.
It had that kind of look to it.
But what did you think? I know what you mean with that, with the gloss. But what do you think of the messaging?
Well, you know what I like the symbolism. It was like a pot noodle. I can remember it without even looking.
Yeah.
A pot noodle cup.
Right.
But the pot noodle is actually like a Rolex. It's jewelry. It's you know what I mean. And I get it. I know what you were saying. You was basically this is what I think you were saying. Like the hard time, people associate things like pot noodle and stuff like that, I guess, with hard times. You know what I mean? If you can't afford...
It's like £1, isn't it, max?
Yeah. If you can't afford like a proper meal, pot noodle would be the thing to tide you over. But at the same time, inside the pot... I'm going on a deep one.
Nah, do it. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking you because I'm going to tell you after as well.
I'm going on a deep one. This is what I think. But inside the pot noodle was things that are quite expensive. So rather than the actual pot noodle, the noodles, it was like things that are symbolic of... money, a good lifestyle. So you're going from pot noodle. You're going from struggle meal to now
the come up.
Yeah, that's what it. And it was like a what do you call it? Like almost like an oxymoron.
Yeah, it's a
like,
metaphor.
Yeah, metaphor.
I mean, I don't know what oxymoron means. You know.
No, I think I got it right. I think it's metaphor. You're right.
I don't know what it means. Like I went to school in that, but I didn't do the best. But my you know what I'm saying. But
I was trying to sound
I heard rappers say it's oxymoron, and I'm like, yo, yeah, whatever, yeah, sick, man. No, I don't know what it meant, so I just had to play along at the time.
No, it's linked to that. It's like when something's got like a double meaning.
Okay.
Yeah, like but it's two opposites.
Yeah,
so like if you say that rapper was mad good. Like mad is usually associated with crazy.
His track was bad.
Yeah, his track was bad, but
bad
meaning bad, but bad meaning good. That kind of thing.
Do you know what, bro? The reason why I'm being so personal in this CD, is because in my life personally, right, I've been through some what I would consider very hard times. Yeah, and I'm not talking about just being broke from the hood, like the typical rapper story. Like I'll share with you some deep shit. So the reason why it's called Hard Times Don't Last is it's called Hard Times Don't Last because I truly believe they really don't.
Mm.
Now, I know if someone's going through a hard time right now, it's going to be very hard for them to listen to someone else say, you know, don't worry, bro, it's not going to last. You're going to get through it, because they're going through the motions, innit?
Yeah.
But me personally, so as a young person, I went through a few things that I wouldn't wish on someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't even put timelines on it, but I was in my early teens, probably around 13, something like that, right? I used to be very good at sports. I had a lot of medals and certificates and trophies for being a good swimmer. I used to swim a lot, you know what I mean? I don't know why I just liked it. Great at swimming. And I was decent at football. I used to, you know, make the 5-a-side teams and that. I was a sub for the 11-a-sides. I'll come on and that most games I was doing my thing. And because I'm quite tall, you know what I mean?
I was going to say, especially with the swimming and the sport.
Yeah, like we had a basketball court near my auntie's house where the man them over there used to shoot hoops, and I'll just go over and join in. So one day, I play a 5-a-side tournament. Great tournament. Was rushing there in the morning. You know, like you get your oranges in the half time, and you get your little water and that. But me personally, I didn't really drink much water that day. And then at the end of it, I drank a can of Sprite. I remember it quite vividly. And we used to have pagers. So you remember the pagers?
Yeah.
Pager. So I got a page. No, I didn't have a pager then. I didn't know. This is earlier. Sorry, I'm mistaken. So this is when I used to, on a certain day, just ride my bike to my auntie's area because I knew they played basketball in that court. So I go straight from a 5-a-side football because I only played half the tournament as a sub. I'm thinking, I'll go play basketball with them, man. Went over there, playing basketball and whatnot. I remember drinking a can of 7-Up or Sprite, one of the two. Going home, being mad tired, bro. Being out all day, push bike, football, basketball, all of that. And then I fell asleep and whatever, and then I had a really bad nightmare, bro. Right? And in this nightmare, I can hear, like, I'm gonna go deep with this. I can hear my mum crying, saying you're gonna be alright and all that. I can hear some next geezer's voice talking about it, like saying my name. You're asking me questions and that.
You was like dreaming.
Yeah, it felt like it, right?
Yeah.
But then in the morning, I wake up and I'm in the hospital, fam. So it wasn't a dream.
For real, like.
So I'm in the hospital, blood. I'm in a hospital bed, and my mum's there when I wake up and that. I'm like, wow, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So I thought this shit was like a dream, bro. Now, what happened, bro, is I had a seizure. So I actually had a seizure in my sleep, right? That's some scary shit, but I thought it was a dream. So obviously I'm conscious, but I'm out of it kind of thing. So when I wake up in the morning, my mum's telling me what happened, and I can't really believe it. I can't get my head around it. And I jump out of the hospital bed to go to use the toilet, and I collapse and have another one right there in the morning, right? So now I've got to go for brain scans, MRIs, see certain specialist doctors, and I'm getting told that you might have epilepsy. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like I was playing football yesterday.
And
you know what I mean?
yeah, you're active, yeah.
So they're telling me, you know, you've got to take this medication to see if it works. We don't know if it's going to work, but we've got to try it. So I'm obviously a young guy, and my parents, there's a lot for them to take in as well. And I'm going through this stage of having like a form of epilepsy, apparently, you know what I'm saying? So then over the next year, one random weeknight, I have another one. And I'm on tablets already, and they still have another one.
You're back at home, or
back at home,
okay,
back to normal life.
Yeah.
Now, when I used to have them, I used to almost feel them coming on, which was even scarier because now I know it's gonna happen. It'd be like a tight leg or something, like something weird, like a muscle cramp almost. You get me? So even every time I get a cramp, I'll be shook now because I feel it's coming again. You know what I'm saying? So I'd had 3 seizures, and then they put me on an extra tablet now. So I'm taking an extra tablet. And at that time, obviously, they're saying you can't drink alcohol no more. You're turning 14. If it you know, you have to go 3 years before you can start driving. And if it happens again, you have to wait another 3 years. So I'm like, damn, man, shit, my life just is crumbling on me in front of my eyes almost. That's because I'm used to playing football and being out chasing the girls outside and
just doing everyday teenage
being regular,
active
innit?
stuff. Yeah.
So obviously, with that being said, it happens again, innit? One more time. I think it was like 4 times in total, something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
In how? What was the time frame?
Time frame was within 2 years. So it wasn't compared to like a lot of. I'm being told by doctors that people that suffer from like major epilepsy, they have them 4 times a day and stuff like that. So it's scaring me because it could get worse. But at the same time, I'm counting my blessings still. trying to be positive.
Mm-hmm.
Now, at that stage of my life, I'm getting to this age where it's like I want to start driving. I want to start having a girlfriend and that, but I'm a bit embarrassed to tell them. You know what I'm saying? Because them days, bro, is different to now. Now I think like people like, I've never
There's
really,
more awareness of these
more
things.
awareness.
So it's
and I've
not
never
like
said this because I feel like even as a rapper fam who speaks some real shit and that and some road shit every now and then, like it could be used against you in a diss track. Like when people used to say about Prodigy from Mobb Deep. Oh yeah, I heard you got sickle cell, motherfucker.
It used to, but I think, not to cut you, but I think things have changed now because now there's a lot of awareness for people who have a condition. We've seen a lot recently, mental health has been in the news quite a lot, and a lot of people spoke out about it. So I think
which I'm really happy about.
Because I think, it takes conversations like this for people who are watching to think, oh, actually, I can talk about it because ASB did it.
Yeah, we're human, bro.
You know what I mean? So I think, didn't want to cut you there, but when you said that, I thought, back in the day, you're right, though. If it would be like a physical affliction or mental affliction, people use it
like
against you.
He's fucked up, you know what I mean? Like, he's fucking, that guy, he's got epilepsy, and he's fucked up, you know what I mean?
But now
it's like, I went through stages taking a lot of tablets, going to doctor appointments, checkups, and that took its toll on me, obviously. During that time, I cracked on with life, as you do. Come to the age of, let's say, you know what? I'll go all the way up to 2012 even, right? And in between them days in 2012, what happened? I got to an age of like 19, 18, where I would, when you, maybe even younger, when you're going out with a man, you're not going home for the whole night and that stuff like that. You're out here, and I'm supposed to be taking tablets every night and every morning. And I got to this stage where I was so like almost depressed, bro. But at the time, I didn't know that. At the time, I just thought I felt pissed off. But I'm saying, you know what? Fuck these tablets, fam, and throwing them away. No doctor told me, what's the word? What do they call it when you get taken off of something and you're good? Like you're good
discharged.
Now. Discharged. That's what discharged, yeah? Never got discharged ever. I just threw the tablets in the bin, fam. And say, fuck these tablets. So that's a form of depression almost. Like, like
you don't want to accept it in a certain environment.
Feeling down and not wanting to, like carry on with this shit. And I got to got a few years with having nothing happened to me, and I haven't even been taking no tablets, but I just told my mum, that's it, she's like, you're supposed to go see the doctor. Nah, man, I had a little attitude, fuck these tablets, you know what I mean? So what happened after that is that I went on to this stage where my nan, God bless her, gets cancer, right? 2012, something like that, man. And at first we didn't know what it was, obviously, but I'm taking her to hospital every day. We're staying in the hospital with her, and at that time, I'm making music at the time, like a bit of grime, a bit of hip hop, and all that. Gift of Faith I was working on at the time, and one of the reasons I carried on music is because my nan used to tell me that I'm talented. She used to support me more than anyone. Like my nan used to be like, "Yeah, that one was nice. The beat on that one's cool."
It's always the nans that do that.
She saw a talent, and she didn't like rap. You know what I'm saying? But she was just like, "You look good on the cover. That's a nice CD cover." And she used to use my one. I printed up bare flyers for my singles and that, and she used to use it as her bookmarker. So we're in the hospital, and she'd open her book, and I say, "What's that book about?" You know what I mean? And she's like, "Oh, read it." And I'm like, "I don't read that shit." You know what I mean? She's like, "Read the back or something." Then, so she's tricked me into taking the book. So when I open it, I see my mixtape art as the bookmarker, and then she laughs. But in the meantime, that good spirit she's got, while she's slowly deteriorating of cancer, which is a motherfucker, you know what I mean? Like, fuck cancer. And then it's got to this stage where, obviously, that takes its toll on me, and I don't feel too good, you know what I'm saying? My nan passes, God bless her. I feel down. I feel fed up. I feel pissed off. I feel angry all in one. Start drinking a bit more. You know what I mean? Like, I'm grabbing a random bottle of Hennessy on a Monday night. Monday, another. And then I get to this stage, right, where my body don't feel right. And it's hard to explain to people because it's like, what do you mean your body don't feel right? But I didn't feel me, like I didn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? So I start going to the doctors saying like, my heartbeat's racing. I don't feel good. I think I'm gonna have a seizure. I stopped taking tablets. They're like, oh, I thought you've always taken it. Nah, I stopped them 7 years ago. What? Oh shit. So then the doctors can only diagnose based on what I'm telling them. So I'm telling them it's coming back. I can feel it. And they're like, you don't know that. And I'm like, I do. I get a sign. They're like, look, mate, no one gets a sign. So you don't. And I'm like, I do.
You know your body.
Yeah, but they're saying no one does. So maybe they're right still at the same time. So then the doctor throws some tablets at me. Take these. And I'm like, yeah, but what are they? Oh, they're a new version of what you used to take. Yeah, but I didn't take these. And they're like, yeah, but that's the new version. And I'm like, yeah, but you ain't done no tests yet. And they're like, yeah, but you've came here 3 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? What do you want us to do? I said, I want some tests. So I forced tests. So I go through, they book in some tests. You know, you got your weight. They book in brain scan. MRI, brain wave scan, some deep shit. So all these things, the pressure of it's getting to me as well, like the anxiety almost. But I'm going to come back to the word anxiety in a minute because at the time I was unaware of it, right? So then I end up feeling, I remember I felt fucked up. I was just trying to eat my dinner. I was hungry and then I weren't hungry all of a sudden. Then I'm like, I don't feel good, man. I told my pops, you know, I don't feel well, man. And he's like, what do you want to do? I said, I want to go to the A&E. So we go to the A&E. They do their little checkups and they send us on our way. You're fine, mate. And I've done that bare times, you know. And then one day, some woman, kind lady, she says, a nurse, she says, you look anxious, love. Take a seat. I say, no, I don't. You know what I mean? She's like, you do. Take a seat. We're going to do the test. We're going to, you know, you've been here a couple times. You seemed all right before, test-wise. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do them again, obviously, and we're going to try and see if we can help. And she says, take a seat, right? So she brings a pill and a cup of water and says, if you take that, just sit back and take that and relax. And I'm listening, and because I'm a man that writes words for a living, I'm like, she keeps saying, I'm anxious, stressed, relax. She give me a pill. I say, what's the pill? Oh, it's something called diazepam. It's going to relax you. And I'm like, so this woman's seen the tension, obviously. So then I said, all right, cool. You know what I mean? I trusted her for some reason. I took the pill and I swear to God, within like 2 or 3 minutes, I fell asleep on the hospital bed in the A&E. And I hadn't slept properly for months, bro. I was bags around my eyes, looked stressed. Like I hadn't even slept, bro. Like I'd be waking up in the night, turning my light on, walking around the room, pacing, thinking I'm dying and shit. Heart rate's racing. You know what I mean? I'm going through all of this while like everyone else I know is partying and doing their thing and that, you know what I mean? And then I end up reacting really like the tablet, I won't say well to it because it's medicine, innit? I don't really agree with medicine in general, but I fell asleep and relaxed and got like 4 hours sleep on hospital bed. I woke up and my dad's laughing at me, talking about like, yo, that shit knocked you out. You know what I'm saying? My dad's jokes. Me and my dad, we bust jokes.
Banter,
you know? Yeah, he come to New York with me last time, you know what I'm saying? And met the man them and that. That's my pops is, I was fortunate to have a good pops and a mum, you know what I'm saying? They're really good brother, sister, family that support me, you know what I mean? So obviously I go to the brain scan, the MRI, and then the brain wave scan creeped me out, bro. Went to Hammersmith Hospital, they put some shit on my head, like dots with a pen. Then they put like some clay things on it, whatever, and then they plug the wires into you, and they tell you, just relax, we're going to monitor you. And it's quite hard to just relax with wires on your head, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, right. And then I fell asleep again. Fall asleep, so I hadn't been sleeping well. And they was like, it's really good that you fell asleep because that's when seizures are most active. That's why 9 out of 10 people suffer in the night more. That's what I was suffering from. I never had one in the day. It's always in the night more time, apart from that morning one. And then on top of that now, what happened is they was like, we've done all your scans. So I went back to the doctor and they're a neurologist, basically. It's a
brain scan specialist.
And they're like, I go with my girlfriend at the time and they're like, oh, is this your girlfriend? And I'm like, yeah. They was like, good. And I'm thinking, why? I say, why is it good? And then it was like, men that settle down and whatnot, they tend to go to bed earlier and rest more and live a normal routine lifestyle.
But you're thinking,
I'm thinking, what's he
is
on
that
about?
what you really mean? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That what you really mean?
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? But he was, but what he really meant is that, because sleep deprivation is the number one cause of it, right? I'm learning these things now because I'm suffering, so I've got to study, got to research, you know what I'm saying? And he's saying, your results are clear, bro. They're good. I'm like, they're not. I'm fucked up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, he says, look, all the symptoms that you've been going through over the last month, whatever, all the things you've been saying and, you know, questioning and that, you have anxiety. I'm like, what the fuck's anxiety? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, bro. I'm uneducated on anxiety because I'm never had a day in my life where I've been worried apart from when I was sick. So he's like, yeah, you're suffering from anxiety because it's making your heart rate go up. It's making you worry. It's stressing you out. It's causing your body to feel a certain way because of the worry. You understand me? So I didn't know how serious anxiety was. I used to think that people say, when they say, yeah, I get anxiety and that, it meant I get worried and a bit like, tight about things, and that's it. I'm anxious to fly. I'm anxious for my job interview. But now I'm learning that, yo, this shit's changing my heart pace. It's making me worry. I'm getting stressed, and it's leading to stress, you know what I'm saying? So the realest thing, that happened after that, my boy might even laugh at this because I don't know if he even knows what he did to me, He helped me the most, man. I love him for it, no homo, man. Like, my guy, product who made my turn.
Okay, and
he's my boy, bruv. Like, he got me into finance outside of music. Like, you should be a broker or something and go work in finance. You know how to talk to people. Like, he's my friend, you know what I mean? I met him on MySpace back in like 2007. So and he turned into my brethren, you know what I mean? He's from Tottenham and that. We live a similar lifestyle. We're good peoples and that. And he's like, he used to have this knack of hitting the nail on the head rather than waffling. And he says to me, bro, stop fucking. He was a bit insensitive. He says, I'm telling him, bro, I'm fucked up, man, on the phone. You know what I mean? I've got anxiety apparently, and they're mugging me off to sending me home from the hospital. They're saying that I'm alright and I'm not. You know what I mean? Woo, woo. He's like, bro, come on, man. He's like, bro, just fucking go to the gym and get on the treadmill, man. It's a bit insensitive, but I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Like, he's like, bro, just get on the fucking treadmill, cuz, man. It's mind over matter. That's what he said. Them words. It's mind over matter. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, if you're anxious and that, it's coming from your brain, bro. Like, you're worrying about things. You're letting things get to you. You need to just go to the treadmill, run for an hour, bro. Go on a boxing bag, punch the shit out of it. Go swimming. Like, you like swimming and shit. Go swimming. Go in a steam room and go bed, bro. And I'm like, he made it sound very simple, wouldn't it? So I went and joined the gym, fam, because he told me to. And now, ever since then, no stress, no worry, no anxiety, no epilepsy. Like, bro, I go out and I get hammered, bro. I drink so much champagne. I drink Hennessy. I travel. I drive. I got a nice car. You know what I'm saying? I'm so grateful by God's grace
that you can do those things.
I'm here healthy and strong.
Yeah.
That I don't see negativity much anymore, because why would I be negative about a YouTube comment or about a DJ not playing my music or about someone in the industry not wanting to do a feature for me when I've been fucking wired up to MRI scans, been inside machines and I'm waiting for a result for them to tell me that I can't drive ever again. You have to take 8 tablets a day. But God is great, man. He looked after me, man. He blessed me. Like, I walked out of that a stronger man with wiser experiences. And now it's like, thank you to my boy for telling me, bro, about health. Because it's like, even though I'm, like, don't get twisted, even though I'm drinking this now, I drink in moderation. I don't drink
You're not
days.
Going on a mad one.
I drink 3 or 4 litres of water a day. How about that? Because water, 70 to 80% of our body's made up of that.
Yeah.
I go to the treadmill and kill it. I go, like, trust me, I know you're not looking at me thinking, yeah, he's hench and that, or nothing like that, yeah.
No, but it's not about.
Diesel, but
it's not about being hench though.
Yeah,
it's about
being fit.
Yeah.
And about looking after yourself. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's where I'm at with it, bro. I love the steam room and sauna. My relaxation zone is like, I work hard in finance and business development and stuff like that. I use a lot of energy in trying to make my money and stuff, hustling. But I'm a businessman over everything. Like, and then I'm an artist on the side. But I would love for my music to get so big that I have to stop working in other areas, and that takes over, and it becomes the thing. You know what I mean? But until then, I'm juggling and hustling. I'm grinding. I'm putting in my work everywhere, different paths, and that. You know, the average millionaire has 6 streams of income. I'm trying to.
That's what I was just gonna say. The average millionaire doesn't just do one thing. They have 6, 7 different things which accumulates into one amount of money. But you know what you said, something
it's deep, bro.
It is very deep, man, and thank you for sharing that, because I didn't know that, and I've known you for a good couple years.
I don't think anyone knows, apart from my family and very, very close people.
As it should be, like that.
But it's out there now.
It's out there. But one thing you said, which I 1,000,000,000% agree on, and I've said this in other environments, which I won't go into, but one thing you said, which was very interesting, you said that because you've been through all of that, a YouTube comment doesn't really affect you, and I proper get it, bro. Like I get it, because I've always said you find the most resilient people secretly behind closed doors have been through so much in their life personally,
thick skin almost,
that their skin is thick. You know what I mean? I consider myself one of them type of people, not because I've been through anything crazy traumatic, but I haven't had it easy. I haven't had a silver spoon in my mouth.
So many different forms of struggles, fam.
You know what I mean? My mum taught me that the value of money, for example. So I had as soon as my national insurance card came, I had to get a job. I'm not even joking.
I'm there with you, bro.
As soon as my national insurance card came, when I saw that blue and red come through the letterbox, right, with the black font, I had to get a job. There was no speeching. Like,
do you know some YouTube comments? They said, this guy is a dickhead about me on YouTube once. This is when I used to read them, yeah. They'd say, this guy is a dickhead. I saw him working here. And they would say where they saw me working, yeah. But what happened with me, right, is I come from the same thing as you, a family where I ain't paying for your trainers no more.
Yeah.
Whoa. But you got me 2 pairs of Nike last year. But this year you're 16, bro.
I was rocking the Puma before Puma was hot. I'm talking.
I didn't have it as hard as like some man do. Because my mum used to work 3 jobs. She didn't have it easy. She had it tough.
That's what I'm saying.
I got my little brother, my older sister. My sister had a kid young. I was an uncle in year 6 at school. You know what I'm saying? We come from a family of people that grind hard, and we didn't. I'm not telling you I had the latest Nikes, but if I wanted them Nikes, there's a chance that I could get them still. I weren't like poverty driven, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we struggled with a very regular middle class family, bro. My mum comes from the same block that I shoot some of my videos on in Haystown, the Red Brick Estate. My auntie lived there. They moved out of my nan's house to move there. They don't live there no more. They got a house, three bedroom house with a garden and that. But my roots come from, my family did it before me, you know what I mean? But I had to get, my family, like, they never had it lit at all.
And that's what I'm saying.
My pops is working still and he should be retired, fam.
That's what I'm saying. You
like,
find,
I look at him, I want to help him, fam. You feel me?
And that's the thing. I find, like, with a lot of people, the ones that might get a bit touchy, like, not that I'm saying it's exclusive to people like that, but the ones that might get a bit touchy about certain subjects, like a comment on a YouTube video, probably haven't been through real hard times.
You know why they say it as well? Because there's two in UK rap, in a lot of Americans, they can lie, bro, about rap, what they do on the roads, because America's so big that you're like 4 states away, but you just like the music, so I believe it sounds good, looks good, makes sense to me, cool. Where in England, everyone knows someone that knows someone, because it's such a small country, and London's a small city, that they'll go, yeah, he rapped about a gun in that track and he ain't shot no one. They hate a little bit, and they get, the word gets around and that. But my thing is that, like, there's a time, right, where I was very hood and very road. And I'm not talking about road man who's like a boss and controls the block and calls the shots. I'm talking about man them road. Like, everyone's outside. Like, Beluga Ice, for instance. You know, I won't talk on his life because it's his life and I respect him. But he's someone that is respectable in that life. You understand me? So... And then the man them that when one of my family members used to live in Bush, the man them that I had in Bush, so I was between Hayes and Bush growing up. We had a crew in Bush and we used to go on Lalo FM in Grove and that. And there's certain man that I connected with and that, and they were moving food. We ain't talking Tesco's, you understand me? But they were like, yo, fam, you get me? Like, if you want in, you jump in. And I jumped in. And I was hustling and I was trying and that. But I had to be honest with myself at one point. I you know what they kept saying to me? You keep leaving the phone and going studio. You keep going radio. Like, if you don't want to do this, fam, just go make music, bro. And a big road youth said that to me. If you don't want to do this road thing, AS, just go make music, cuz we support you, fam. And I said, cool, bro. I appreciate that. Love. Because I weren't Trapper of the Year like Nines, you get me? I weren't that. Man. Yeah. I dibbled and dabbled in the thing. And now I'm in another thing. I'm in business development. I'm in, like, if you're a startup business, and you got an app, fintech, and all them things and that, I know the right people to broker you a deal and connect with you. That's what I do now.
And the thing is, bro, off the back of that, you can go to bed tonight and sleep.
But in between that,
you don't have to worry about no one banging down your door or looking up. You know what I mean? Or
my friends have done birds for guns. They've done birds for drugs. They've done birds for robberies. They've done so much, and I've visited so many people in jail, bro. And I'm connected to the streets in that way. And I've been around the streets, so I can rap about certain things. Like, no matter what a comment says, bro, I can rap about certain things because I've seen it and been around it and been involved and all of that. But I respect the streets in its own right too. So I wouldn't go and say I caught a body in a track just to get more views and that. I wouldn't do that, bro. You understand me? So I do keep it real in my tracks. So when a comment is hating, bro, you probably spud me on the high road, in fact. So fuck you, innit? You know what I mean? No one ain't punched me in real life yet, so what am I worrying about?
This is the thing. I wouldn't worry about things like that because at the end of the day,
you're just trying to ruin the energy of your success, fam. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I wouldn't worry about.
They're trying to put a comment, right? This is what they're trying to put a comment for, so that someone else sees it who might believe you, and then they stop believing you.
Yeah.
How about that?
And that person who did that comment could be 6 years old. If I told my nephews, if I told one of my nephews, if I said to him, just type that, he's good at his spelling and that, he could do it. We don't know. You wouldn't know. There's no picture. You know what I mean? That's the gift and the curse of the internet, though.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. You know what I mean?
It's
got that. And then if you were to take that, if you was a different kind of guy, and you did take that to heart, look at what that could be. It could be
literally
someone that's not even double figures yet. Upset.
I mean,
the apple cart.
I worked in various 9-to-5s, right? Warehouses, unloading lorries, office jobs where you just admin stuff and that, recruitment, fucking all sorts of admin jobs and night shifts. I've worked night shifts, bro, where I'm awake all night unloading shelves. And then in the morning, I've got to go home and sleep for a few hours and then go and run errands for mum and that. And it makes a man unhappy, bruv. Like, almost like, what the fuck, I was better than this. Because at one point, I had no responsibility. And I could go radio, tear it up on Tuesday, get reloads. And then the next day in the hood, the man them are saying, yeah, you're hard because you murdered it last night. And now I got to go work because I'm getting older and my responsibilities are changing. My mum ain't looking after me no more. You know what I'm saying? And that is a great learning experience and a thing that I went through that I didn't appreciate at the time, but looking back on it, I appreciate the experiences and what I've learned from it. It's character building. But a lot of the people that saw me on that journey said, yeah, he's finished. It's done for him. He used to be a cool grime MC and now he's stacking shelves in a warehouse, fam. It's done for him, fam. You know them way?
And
but
the
now
thing
I'm back,
is,
baby.
Well, there you go. And what them people
growing
doing
over
now?
time, like Rich said. Get me?
And what them people doing now? You know what I mean? Probably.
Do you know what's funny about that? I don't care. That's
Exactly.
the funny thing, because it's not my business. It's not my life, fam.
That's
But
what I'm
they
talking.
cared about me for some reason.
Yeah.
So then it made me think, do you know what? Maybe they care about you because you got something and they want to block it.
That's
That's where my confidence helped me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, who said it? They say if you're not being talked about, then you're not working hard enough. Whatever that.
Yeah, it's true, man.
And all publicity is good publicity. If you're giving me that energy and I don't even know you, I always say, if someone, I'm cool with everyone, I would like to think. I've never.
Come on, bro.
No, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good, bro.
Come on, bro. Cool.
I've never stepped on no one's back. If someone's doing very well, I'll always take my hat off and salute them, commend them, even if we're both from the same field of work. You know what I mean? I've always liked to see the good in people and see people do good. And
I love going to a radio show. No disrespect to the radio station, but I used to love going to a radio show because I get to talk to you about hip hop.
Yeah, it was nice. We can still do it. We're doing it now in a roundabouts way.
No, but you know what I mean, though? Like, a lot of people would be like, oh, I need to get on Radio 1. Beats, I need to get on Beats. And then they don't care who interviews them, which I get because I want to be on there too.
You know what?
But I used to love coming to you to chat about rap on Friday and then
this is the thing.
catching up, you know what I mean? You supported me a lot. I appreciate you, bro.
Bruv, honestly, you don't need to thank me because this is a very sticky situation because when it comes to, I still know DJs that feel like the holy grail of being a DJ is to be on Radio 1.
Yeah.
1 Extra, right? Capital Extra, right? Me, I thought that maybe about 12 years ago.
Yeah, when
right?
it was gone in here, you, bro.
I had the doors slammed in my face so much times.
They say that your gift in life, is that no one can do you better than you.
That's it.
It takes time to figure it out, man.
And people used to always say to me all the time. They said to me, "Oh, you could be the next Trevor Nelson." I think to myself, "Why? Because I'm black and I've got a bald head."
Hey.
And I like DJ. I happen to play music, and I was like, I don't want to be the next anything.
Trev, you know?
No disrespect to anybody. I want to be the first
me.
Daz.
Yeah, I respect that.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm aiming
that's
to be.
One of the problems with the UK. You know how you were saying, what do I feel like about UK music and the timing and that?
Yeah.
I do feel like, you know me, and you know that I go America a lot. Yeah, it's not no secret. You used to ask me a lot about it, right? So America, we could talk about it. Like, it's one of those things where I would go to Brooklyn all the time because I spent a year there at one point, basically. You know what I mean? Like, I was an honorary Brooklyn Knight, whatever, BKNY, you know what I mean? So, like, I know better than them over there.
When I thought you was American in the
early days.
Fam,
a lot of people thought that. So what happened is, I'll go over there so much, and their mentality, the American dream is real, bro. Their mentality is way different to English people. We live in a country that rains a lot and has damp, cold days, and it reflects on our attitudes. And then we live for the weekend in England. Yeah, working Monday to Friday, and then on the weekend we're gonna turn up. We're gonna go get drunk, getting meat and chips after.
Mm.
Then we're gonna go link a girl, whatever. Sunday's chilling day, and then back to the grind Monday. But the attitude shows compared to like like for an example I always give people is that in America you could be stacking shelves in a warehouse working a 9 to 5 with your co-worker, and then you tell them, yeah, I'm leaving here, man, soon. I'm gonna start my own business. And they go, yeah, in America, let me know when you start. I'm gonna buy your first product, be your first customer. When you blow up, employ me, man. You know what I mean? I'm supporting you. Whereas in England, it'll be like, that's a bit of a risk, innit? That's a bit risky.
There's always
you sure you want to do that?
Yeah.
Little bit of a negative spin on it.
Yeah.
And I'd see in America that people were very like ambitious, not more ambitious than English people, because English people were very smart and ambitious too. We've got a history of that, but more so like the American dream was real. Like, go get it, go do you, go get it. And it, you know what? It gave me a second wind. It made me realize, right, that I when I go back to England, my attitude would change. I'd be more bubbly, more outgoing. I'd like me more. Like, I like being me, because you know what? When I travel, people are telling me, you got a good character, man. I like your personality. I like the way you talk about this. And then I realized that people in life buy from people. So they buy into people rather than like the company you represent and stuff like that. And I realized that your value is within you. And the minute you recognize it, you're going to get a few haters that say he's a bit cocky, or he's a bit arrogant, or he's a bit up himself, whatever. But I'm not. And I just feel like that America changed me, man. America made me very like the go get it mentality. What you waiting for? Carve your own lane.
That's because in America, I realized in America when I went there a couple of years ago with my missus, but I went there as a teenager.
Yeah.
And I remember after a few times I realized America's either rich or poor.
Oh, mate.
That's it, bro. There's no middle ground, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's either
they value life more out there as well. You know how you could be in the ends in England and get screwed by a next man. They're screwing you, and it's like, right, it's gonna pop off in a minute if he keeps looking at me. There's only so long you can look at a brother. You know what I mean? But in America, people, they avoid looking at each other because everyone's strapped. So it don't matter if you're 6'8" or 2'1". If you've got a bigger gun than the other guy and you're willing to use it more, he wins.
But at the same
they
time,
respect life more out there.
But I think as well, they're just. I think it's everywhere is like that. But here, to be honest, I was having this conversation the other day.
Is it?
I think I don't know if it's that we're spoiled or feel entitled, but the attitude of the nation here, I just think that
it's a good point.
People just feel, I don't know, like we don't have to make an effort. If you go on a train, any train in the UK, someone could be having a heart attack on the carriage next to you, and more than likely, no one would
just read
do
paper
nothing
and carry on.
Yeah, they're on their phones. Or they're reading the metro.
That's a good point, man.
You know what I mean? I was on an overground train the other day, and a guy came on. He was like homeless, and you know the people that come on the train and say, "Oh, I'm really homeless. Can I get if anyone can donate some money for a cup of tea?" And I think I just put a few what I had on me in the little cup and that, and everyone was looking at me like I was crazy. And I thought, can I? I've only put some coins in a cup.
You know,
what's everyone looking at me like I'm mad?
Honestly, the fact that you said that is, I want to share something with you, bro. So I'm in Houston, right? Alright, so the reason why let's just get this clear quickly. The reason why I was in America so much, because I've got family in Brooklyn, yeah, and Flatbush, and they're from the same area. I'm talking like one street away from where Bobby Shmurda's from. So they're affiliated, GSC, all of that. Ooh, it's called the 90s in Brooklyn. Shout out the 90s. Shout out GSC, PFE, PFC, you know what I mean? It's my people's them over there. But the reason why I used to go there is family, innit? So they used to be like, you don't get a hotel over here, stay with us. But little do I know the neighborhood is hood, for real. But reason I bring that up here is because I'm there, I'm staying there, meeting everyone, mingling, whatever, and he then moves, later on my cousin moves to Houston, right? So the moral of the story is that he moves away from Brooklyn to go live in Houston with his boy. So they got a nice house apartment in Houston. So he's like, yo, bro, you got to come visit me over here. So I'm in New York, I ring him, yeah, fuck it, I'm coming to Houston. Catch a flight there. And when we're in Houston now, this was just last year actually. We're in Houston, and the weather's crazy. It's raining every day, which is weird because it's normally mad hot, but it's hurricane season. So we're just eating a lot of food, bro. We're going out to dinner a lot, grabbing takeaways, driving back to the house. It's all freeways there. And every corner, a traffic light, when you would stop, there'd be a homeless person in the middle of the road with a sign, you know, like the older sign saying, please help me. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I would appreciate anything. And my cousin, as much as a hood guy he is, yeah, we drove fucking 10 minutes to get some New York style pizza in Houston, which he was craving. He was craving it, not me. And when he saw that person, he pulled over. jumped out the car, gave him his whole pizza and the sides and everything, and said, "Shit, man, we got to drive back to the pizzeria." And I was like, "All right, cool. I jumped out. You can't do that. I got to give them mine. The next home, yo, you take mine." And I felt so good. This was last year, right? And I felt so good and he kept doing it. Like, he'd pull up and put money in, the $10 in someone's little cup and shit. And I thought, you know what? I'm on a mission now to be a better person. It made me think. I started thinking, I've been through all these struggles, right? And I'm preaching like, yeah, I've been through this and I came out of it. So there's definitely even more reason for me not to be selfish now.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I call my CD "Hard Times Don't Last," because I truly believe they don't, and you will become bigger and stronger and grow more strong every day. You know what I mean? So when I see him doing that, I felt good when I joined in. It made me feel good. So I started doing it more, bro. I come home, I'll be in Haystown, I'll be in Acton, whatever, car park, running into the shopping centre, and there'd be some homeless bears in the corner. I remember when Grenfell happened, I went straight to Grenfell, and they were saying they can't take no more shit because they got too much. So for 6 months, bro, I had like 10 jackets, joggers, jeans, about 7 pairs of Air Force Ones in my boot.
Stacked up.
Because I couldn't be bothered to get them out again. So I start seeing people, I'm pulling up, jumping out, you cold? Yeah, do you want a coat? Oh, you sure? Yeah, take that, man. You know what I mean? I try not to give money to crackheads.
Yeah.
When you see nitties and they ask for £1 and
Not gonna lie.
I want to help people that are struggling.
Yeah.
But you're just gonna go smoke it up. But homeless people or people that are going through things, like even nitties, bro, I'll give them a coat though. I'll say, bro, I ain't got no money for you, but do you want these jeans?
It's a bit mad
because you can make use of that.
London's gonna be crazy with that
you
though.
Like, be careful who you find out here. You know what
I mean? I could see what it was, and I'm the same. Like,
that's a fact.
Not going off subject, but you know what I mean. It's just it relates to the same thing. I want to help people, but I don't want to give you any kind of ammunition to not help yourself.
America changed me, bro, man.
Yeah.
My outlook on life, man. It's so. The American dream is real, man. I know they'll deny it if they lived there because that's what they're used to and they're fed up with all the politics and that. But like, you know, like people like Trump and that puts them down and that. But you know, overall, their attitude towards things is different. And I've been around Dave East a lot, as you know.
Yeah.
And I met Dave East. I told you before, I think. I met Dave East through...
If your cousin or something.
Nah, so what it was, is I was working with a cameraman from Harlem. And the cameraman was a good brother, and that shot a video for me, but he was on a long thing giving me my footage to the point where I thought he was bumping me. So we had a little bit of a problem. Like, we was going back and forth on the phone a lot. You know what I mean? I was pissed off with him and shit. And then in the end, he's like, look, bro, he ended up giving the footage to a girl that I knew from the Bronx to send back to me on a USB. So we ended up putting that video out on SBTV. It's called Devil's Pie, years back. And it done bits, bro. And then like, I was in Brooklyn. He's from Harlem. It's different. I'm with the Brooklyn man, them. That's my peoples originally, right? And they're all Crip and they're all GSC and but they're the guys, right? So we shoot the video. I'd say a little time, maybe a year goes by, and it seems like this guy ain't sending me my footage. You understand me? So when we finally get the footage, I'm going back out there. I'm due to go back out there again, and he wants to apologise as a man and say, look, I fucked up. Hats off, like, I take my hat off to this. Let's make it right. So I said, all right, what do you suggest? He says, if you've got any other videos you want to shoot, I'll do it for free for you. So I said, sounds good. You know what I mean? I got this other track, but in the track, I say I used to listen to Nas, 50 and Jar. Used to wish I was in Queens bumping Omega in the car. And he's like, yeah, that's hard, fam. I want to shoot it in Queens. Let's go to Jamaica, Queens and shoot the video.
Yeah, I remember.
And he's like, nah, it's long from Harlem. Because Harlem, all they do, is they come through the Manhattan and they cross the Queens Borough Bridge into Queens. And then, I don't know if you know where Nas is from, Queensbridge.
Yeah.
That's the borough there.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite near to Harlem, Queensbridge. So he's like, I know some cats who live in Queensbridge. We could just pull up over there and shoot. And I'm like, yo, bro, that's the projects. You better know them, for real.
Yeah, like... Oh, can I stay
my
in Manhattan?
My cousin from Brooklyn, he's super gang, but he's like, yo, fam, make sure they know people.
Yeah.
Cool. Copy, you know what I mean? So we end up pulling up on Ravenswood Projects, which is the projects next to Queensbridge. And a guy comes out, light-skinned guy comes out, jumps in the whip in front of us. We're following them. And that's Dave East. He lived in his auntie's crib. He's from Harlem originally. And that's how the guy connects with him. And the guy's called Franchise. Let me big him up, actually. Franchise, my brother. You get me? So he's Dave East jumps in the whip. Dave East is with us. We pull up on the Queensbridge corner and we link two guys. One's called Pooch Loke and one's called King Shooter. and we're reasoning, showing them the song, and they're fucking with, man. Energy's great, bro. I'm like, yo, these are some real hood guys. You know what I mean? Like, they just feel like me. They just feel like they've been outside and they know what's cracking and that. So I'm like, yeah, it's dope. So we end up talking, and then a couple of them is like, yeah, you mentioned Nas in the tune. This is his hood, and I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm here. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, we could go see Jungle.
Nas' younger brother.
Nas' actual blood brother, innit?
Yeah.
Jungle, you know, Big Jungle from Uchi Wally.
Yeah.
The guy that was, when they were beefing Jay-Z dissed him because he's the big street guy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what do you mean? Like, they're like hitting up Nas' phone and shit, saying like, oh yeah, they own the apartment. You know, Nas' old apartment from the videos. They own that still. Jungle's there. Let's go see him. I'm like, all right. What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm with it. Let's go, bro. Fuck it, man. So we end up going there, and we're walking through Queensbridge, the hood, the ghetto. It's a hood. It's the hood, man. We get to the building, and then we're in that alleyway, the hallway, of the building from Nas's video. Start knocking the green door. Boom, 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 boom. Jungle opens the door with like 3 chains on, big rolly Jesus pieces. I'm like, nah. And he's like, yo, what up, son? You know what I mean? What up, son? Like,
what up,
like,
son?
This is crazy. You know what I mean? And then, to cut the long story short, we go in the house and we're jamming for ages, drinking some Red Stripe, smoking, eating, and we're talking stories. But that was that. It was in there. That's the moment that we had. Then they're like, we're going to shoot the video outside. And Jungle's like, yeah, let's go. And I'm like, oh, we're not just meeting you then. You're coming to the video. He's like, yeah, let's shoot on the benches right outside. I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? I love that. I love this. So we go outside. We're shooting the scene on the benches. Even the cameraman's gassed.
I see the snippet you put on Instagram recently. I saw it before anyway when we spoke.
The intro where he's like, yeah, I love the hood, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, on my Instagram, it's on there. But Jungle was very real, bro. Very good brother. Genuine. He was what it says on the can. You know what I mean? He was just shot. He just said, yeah, you know, I'll always be out here. You know what I mean? We just drunk. Pooch Loke, King Shooter, Dave East, Franchise, Jungle. Enough love and respect, man. They hooked me up with that moment. That was a moment more than even the video didn't even matter after that. It was a moment. I got a picture with Nas' brother. I met him. Not just I didn't get a fan picture. I met him. Went to the house. I'm a big Nas fan. Everyone that knows me knows that. Like, my top 3 of all time is like Nas, 50 Cent, and probably Tupac.
Ooh, we might have to argue about that.
We'll talk about that. But still, I'll keep it 100. I love Jay-Z. No, Jay-Z's there as well, but you get me. But basically, that was my tops. You know what I mean? And I'm there. I'm right there. You know what I mean? So fast forward to the time. Obviously, like, them guys are my guys now. We keep the bond. Every year I go back and check in on them.
Yeah, and Dave East is now.
He got signed to Nas.
Yeah.
Not because of that moment, but because the link was there. Like, if Jungle's fucking with you, bro, Nas gonna see you sooner or later. You know what I mean? And apparently that's what Dave East said happened. Jungle rang him or Nas rang him, and he had been introduced to the music through a certain individual. So fast forward down the line, Dave East superstar, man. 1.3 million followers on the gram. Got his own line of New Era hats with fucking Lids shop. He's got sponsorships with Bel Air. He's got tracks with most of them.
Did an album with Styles P.
P. He's winning, bro. Like, and he's so good at rapping, bro.
But this is another thing that I have a problem with. It seems like I'm being like problematic. But where do I start with this one now? Why is it that over here, as a British person, we have to go all the way over to the Atlantic
to get some moments,
and then our own country
starts asking about you, because hip hop comes from America, innit? It comes from New York.
It's not just hip hop though. This is why I say it's attitude of the nation. It's not just hip hop. Idris Elba is from Hackney, right? He was in The Wire, but before Idris Elba did all that, he was acting, trying to do this, done that over here first.
Yeah, he was.
Then he was in The Wire.
He's a DJ as
got massive. Yeah, he was DJing all of that long before you know what I mean? Long before The Wire was in The Wire. He wasn't even the main character in The Wire. But he did enough to get the recognition, and now he's massive. Who else from over here who's gone to the States and blown up big? And now they're massive, like, handful of actors. Look at the guy, not to cut you, but look at the guy that was in Get Out, Daniel Kaluuya.
The Ugandan youth from Peckham.
He was in, do you watch Black Mirror?
Yeah.
He was in Black Mirror a long time ago before Get Out was even a script.
And now he's in Widows and that, you know, that new shit in America.
So again, and when I say British, not just British, London born, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what? Black Panther. says it all. I don't have to go no further.
big-
You know what I mean? Do I need to go any further? Really?
Nah,
You know what I
he's
mean? Yeah.
Mad.
But it was an
Mad
American studio, an American rapper,
Yeah.
an American director.
But this
That
is the thing.
embraced you.
If Dave East, Jungle, King Shooter, Pooch Loke franchise, if them individuals never do anything for me again in my life, I love them.
But this one, do you know?
Because that moment was
Yeah.
priceless, bro, for me as a Nas fan. You know what I mean? And now, and you know what? We'll put King Shooter. I'm tight with Pooch Loke. I'm tight with. Like we check in heavy. Like I've got a song with King Shooter on this EP. King Shooter just started rapping. He's the goon around the man. Them people used to see King Shooter around Dave East every day in every club, every spot, and now he's rapping. They weren't expecting that, and he's good.
I get all that and I hear all that, but the point I'm trying to make is why isn't it the British
We've got
rappers that are doing that?
Yeah.
They're from down the road from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Why?
One
It
thing
shouldn't take you
you're
to go
right.
to the States for that to happen.
The one thing
You know what I mean?
one thing I wish, you said to me on the phone, like, I want to get your take on why you don't get the right support in the UK, and I was kind of like, it don't matter, bro. But if we're on that subject, it don't matter. But if I could change one thing in the UK, it would be for established people to reach back and if they see someone with potential, say, you know what, I know even if they don't have a label or they don't want to sign you personally, I know some people that can help you with PR. I know a video guy that's coming up and needs to film people. Do you want a video done? Like, just reach back and offer something out. But at the same time, one thing I've grown as a man and learnt to understand is that you don't owe anybody anything. That's the other thing. So there's the flip side to it like that. It's like, if you don't want to fuck with me, you don't want to fuck with me at the end of the day. But I wish more people did. That's the only problem. Not problem, that's the only... What's the right word for it? Not problem, but that's the only thing I wish was different in England.
Well, that's the thing is, there's different layers to it. And I'll explain when I say this, because I know, loads of artists that are doing their thing, got their own little buzz. I talk about it all the time, and it's amazing to see that. But sometimes I see some artists that will post up, say, for example, a big artist album, the Gigs album coming out, Fredo's album's coming out.
Yeah.
This just dropped. They might put a Instagram post on it. This just dropped. And I would like sometimes for that artist, no matter how big they are, they're not that busy enough to say, oh, you know what, thank you, man, for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know that I'm probably asking a lot, and not every big name artist has got the time to Instagram, but they know what's going on in the scene. They know who's they know who's doing stuff. Whatever level you're on, they know ASBs out there.
Well, look when I bring Murder Mook. I didn't bring him, sorry, that's the wrong word. He bring himself. But look, when I was fucking with Mook in London, I took Mook to a studio session with Desperado, which is from South, because Desperado was a dope rapper. And there's a cat in the studio called Slim at the time. And Slim's now come out. And he's got like 1 million plus views on every video, and he's bust it up, right? Then I also took... I rang Margs, because Margs was doing the Pen Game 2 challenge. And we took Murder Mook. Murder Mooks went to Tottenham to get a shape up to the hood. Then I took him to Uptown Cuisine, like a Jamaican food shop, to get food and that. And then he started seeing the real side of London, innit? And then the next day we do my podcast, and I bring Margs to the podcast. And Murder Mooks put it out there, I'm going to do the Pen Game challenge. Me and Smilo were with him in this barbershop, just busting joke and that. And then it's like all of these little things. Like I would never have met Murder Mook if I didn't meet Dave East as well, because I met Murder Mook at a Dave East private launch party in the Nas's Chicken Shop, Sweet Chick, because we was early, and I bought him a drink because he recognised me from the year before when I bumped into him at another spot. I met Uncasa from Dipset through Dave East video shoot. I met Jim. I got to meet Jim Jones through Dave East. I got to meet a lot of people through King Shooter as well. He'll take me to Queensbridge projects. To the hood, fam, because he plays the hood, you understand me? It's real, fam. And I meet all the dons on the block, and we now all follow each other. The same way when I'm in Brooklyn, all of the man them over there, later on, I'd been going there a few years, and then Bobby Schmurder came out. And I had seen Bobby Schmurder in the barbershop before. I've smoked a spliff with Rowdy Rebel on the block in the morning, because my boy Young Tizzle, Mook Moolah, rest in peace, Zeeks, Kamikaze, I don't even want to forget names, but I'm drunk, man. Not drunk, I'm wavy, but what's his name? Fuck, man. There's Pep, all of them guys over there. They know who they are. The Rutland Rolla. They've introduced me to Sneezy. That's who took me there. They've introduced me to Rowdy Rebel from GS9 and that. My cousin OJ is from there. That's his hood, neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You got Caesar, G-Stro, and then a Billion comes out of jail and blows up in the music. He's sick. So I'm meeting all these people in America, and now I've got that following on Instagram, and I'm supporting them where I can. Remember, I was sending you their songs on. I'm trying to network with them.
Keep it.
And I wish I had more of that in the UK.
I really do.
So that's why the reason I'm telling the story, I'm not just saying it for clout or for name dropping, just to let you know that if in England I was talking to bare artists over here, I wish we'd ring each other more and say, yo, bro, I've got this new thing coming out. Can you hook me up with the DJs that you've got? And then when I come out, you do the same for me.
That's what
I don't think there's a lot of that, bro.
And that's what annoys me. Because, it's really... And then you get...
A lot of that. I wish there was, man.
It costs nothing to support someone. That's my point. Like, you trying to tell me that you can't support your next door neighbour who's putting out EPs or putting on a club night to promote themselves, but you'll go and pay £75 to go and see Drake. Drake? Drake?
Shit. The more life guy.
I'm not knocking Drake.
Nah, Drake's done some amazing things for England as well, you know.
I think he's one of the... He's obviously...
Do you know what, bro? Do you know what? You've presented me a good... This is what I wish. Let me reword what I said earlier. I'm going to look at the camera for this. No. I said I wish more OGs and established people would bring people through, right? That's what I said. You see what Drake done for Dave, Giggs.
Yeah.
Giggs done a lot for himself first, just to be clear, because I know he set his own foundation first and foremost.
Definitely.
No one bust Giggs. Giggs bust himself.
And he did it at a time when it was hard.
When it was tough. He was blocked and everything.
Yeah.
Salute. But as an example, he's Drake. Who else has Drake gave a helping hand to in England? Someone refresh me, because
quite a few.
A couple, innit? Did he come out at a Section Boys show?
Yeah, that's right.
He's done Skepta. He's worked with Skepta. But Skepta obviously was just getting there anyway.
But he brought the attention to us.
Right. So now outside of Europe, people know them more, and America know them more. Whether for good or bad, they know you, and that's a fact. Now, I wish more people, and he don't charge people. He's helping them. You get your French Montanas and that have jumped on a lot of remixes and helps people, and that they might get paid for it. But if they don't, they're doing a good thing as well. Even if you charge me, I don't mind. You know, you could charge me, bro. I'll pay you, but just do it because it'll help me, and I'll pay you for it. Thank you. But in England, we seem to have this thing where like
crab in the barrel,
even like,
mentality.
I just wish that like. Imagine this year. Imagine I've dropped an EP, some videos, and the tune's doing all right. And then imagine I woke up in the morning, right? And I open my DM and Giggs is in there. And he says, yo, bro, bad boy tune. If you want me to jump on the remix, let me know. Do you know what would happen to me? I'd be like, yo, it's on, fam. Yo, I've got a chance now, bro. That's what it is. I've got a chance because someone who's established and has a foundation and is the landlord is saying, yo, yeah.
Let's do this.
But because he does do a lot of that though. He jumped on 6-7's records and stuff like that. So I'm only using him as an example.
Yeah.
I just think that in England, if more people did it more often, you know, it is their time, it is their own time that they're giving and their own craft. So I do believe that it is quite hard to spread yourself across a lot of people. But I do think that England could do with a bit more of the foundation people, even posting your shit more or helping out. Or,
but I also like the fact that at the same time, I like the fact that they don't, because if they did,
there is another side of it.
Then like, we couldn't do what we're doing.
Fredo. You know, you was asking me about West. Are we underrated in that?
Yeah.
I like Fredo. Fredo is from Mozart.
He's from
W10, W9, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like he's based his whole thing on 3rd Avenue, and his features are normally in house. He likes Dave, man. And he messes with Dave, but people like Nines, Fredo, you don't really see them all over the scene messing with everyone. They do their own thing, and that's what I like about them, man.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
You know what
and I respect that, because
I like it, man.
They've kind of built their platform themselves. You know what I mean? And
Ain't
then
no begting.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I always think sometimes when you build your village, then the people, the powers that be, if you can call them that, they have to take notice. Yep. Because they don't want to miss out either. That's the beauty of the internet as well, isn't it? Exactly. So man, we'll get there.
What do you think of the tracks? You know, you've listened to 90% of the EP. The ones that I've sent you, do you have any favourites?
I what, I had a thought about this. I think as I listened from literally top to bottom for the last few, since you sent it to me, I've been listening all week. No, honestly, that and Fredo's new album, love, you know what I mean? And I'm not even joking. Like, if you could check my data, you know what I mean? There'd be streams. My streams. There'd be no porn or nothing like that. It'd be straight, music, you know what I mean? So I've been really listening. The first track I loved a lot, because I know you said that the orders like you know, not official yet.
The first one that I sent you was called I Spend.
And let me get my phone out,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the last one I listened to that properly yesterday when I was on my travels. That one,
The last one's called Both Hands, I think. Yeah.
Both Hands,
Or
that's
Two
it.
Hands. I can't remember what I labelled it as on
Both Hands,
iTunes.
Both Hands. And that one, yeah, you're really like rapping on that.
Yeah, I am still.
And I can visualize it. Like, I think, right now, obviously, you know better than me, ASB.
Yeah.
You're the artist.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it in a biased DJ way.
Yeah.
I think if you was to release Both Hands first,
Yeah.
with no videos,
Yeah.
don't do a video, just put that out there. Give it to DJs, radio. I can help with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give it to even like Westwood and people like that.
Yeah.
Just the record. Don't do no video
Just
yet.
the artwork and the record.
Bruv, I think that could take you from where you are to where not even where you want to be, where I think you need to be.
Why do you think that record could do that?
Cause I just don't think there's no records out there like that. There's records. It
bridges the gap, innit?
Yeah, and
between old rap and new rap.
And new rap.
Yeah.
I don't think there's reasons why I don't think there's no records like that. One, I don't think that there's no one rapping like that. You know what I mean? Not at the moment, like new
like
rappers. You know what I mean? And two, I just think even though you're rapping about similar themes that you're seeing, you're not doing it. It's not a part. It's one of them records that
it's
it
not
reminds
a generic
me of,
hook and that.
Nah, it reminds me of like a Talking the Hardest. You know, like
like a moment. I'll get you.
It's not like that wasn't a party record.
Do you know why I think you like it as well? Because it's an old school sample.
I'm a bit biased.
No. But but do you know what it is?
No, but I am though as well.
Product made that. The same guy we're talking about from My Turn, right?
Yeah.
So that's a Nas sample.
Yeah.
So it's Nas' Life We Chose, flipped with the modern 808s and the modern snares and bass and that, right? So even again, America, fam. I'm in America, and you got man over there that they got a saying in I don't know if it's a New York thing or an American thing, but I heard it from some older people in New York, where they were saying, both hands wash the face together. So if there's like, you know, when one hand washes the other hand, right? So this is the saying, one hand wash the other hand and both wash the face. That's the saying, right? So one hand alone meets the other hand and washes that hand, and then together they wash the face. So basically, in an analogy, teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes.
It takes more than just you. It's a movement. It's powerful in strength in numbers. You get me? But it's like that saying stood out to me and stayed with me. One hand wash the other, both wash the face. So I put it in the track. You get me? So I felt like that was a deep saying that I'd come across, and it stuck with me heavy, man. And then it being a Nas beat, obviously I was a Nas fan, so it was like when Product sent me that, I was like, oh. I remember I was in Meat Liquor in Bayswater with Young Snow and them and eating. Set the track, played it. Yo, sent in bare flames on emojis. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, that's it. Because a lot of the EP is based on like modern trap beats, UK sounding, UK swing, 808s and that one's got a bit of old school with it, a bit of
it has.
You know what I mean?
It's an album. You know, when I listen to it, it reminds me of, there's an album I've heard recently. I don't know. I can't tell you who it is. So I know I'm not giving you much, but it had that same kind of, it's got a story to it, I think is what I'm, the theme that you're talking about, like hard times don't last. Yeah. The theme is throughout it. So it starts off.
Did you hear it in that track too?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it starts off at
it's
the
like
moment.
The come up basically. Yo, because I'll tell you, like in the track, fam, I got another track that you ain't heard yet that we're working on with Jay Youngs. And it's like, I turned my noodles to pasta. I turned the bus to a Benz coupe. You know what I'm saying? Bad vibes. They don't want to see you win. You get me? But it's like, you got to turn your negatives into positives, fam. Only you can make yourself do that. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying.
It's the theme of it. It's motivational music, bro.
Yeah, it is. It's got that real...
It's motivational shit.
Kind of like a kind of Jeezy's first album or a Dipset out. You know what I mean? It's got like a... It starts
got a
off...
feeling.
Yeah, it's got like a... It starts off with like kind of introducing the story, and then you got the party records in between. Yeah. Then you got like a deep, meaningful record in between, and then it party record again. You know what I mean? Then it ends with how it began, almost with that kind of theme. But
we've got production wise, right? We've got Timmy Tuggs. That's someone that is not established that I came across on Instagram, and I really liked him. Reached out and we connected, and now we've got that record I Spend, Dominoes. We've got a few records, right? But at the same time, I've got Product on there. I've got Gotti on him, who made Big Shaq Man's Not Hot. He's on 2 of the joints. I've got Jay Youngs, which produces a lot of C-Business material, so the sound is relevant to what's going on out there still. You know what I mean? But they're the producers that I work with, and to be honest, I think I've only got one feature in it. King Shooter from America.
Yeah. How did you get in touch with them producers? Did you like people that you knew, or just like
K's? Sorry, K's beats. K's made Shiro Story.
Oh, okay.
So K's lives. Oh shit! Search Shiro Siri. Search Shiro Story. Big up rap man. Yeah, mad. Yeah, my guys. XR, yeah, you don't know, man.
XR. Right, man. Good to see you again.
You, man.
See you soon, man. I'll be in touch definitely.
Yeah, nothing but love, man.
Take care. All right, man. See you soon.
Respect, man. So like Kate, so Kate lives on my road, and Kate's such a nice person, a good guy. That even my mum likes Kate. You know what I mean? Like he's one of the guys that's had Sunday roast in my house, and that. Like he's family. You get me? So with him, K's used to make beats with Gotti. That's the duo. So I met Gotti from the ends as well through K's, and we just used to jam and make beats and that. And then Gotti's turned into his own monster. He's produced for everyone, you know what I mean? K's has produced for a lot of people too. And then I was working with them quite heavily and initially, and I continue to work with them. But then Product, being my friend, obviously would send me beats, and he's dope at what he does. So I'd work with him. Timmy Tugs, I connected through Instagram. I'm trying to think. Jay Youngs, I used to do my own podcast. So we used to, and I used to say on the podcast, C-Business music is heavy, man. Like the beats are mad, like he's going ham. It sounds so, his production and the frequency of his music, because of the producers and the swag that he's got, it used to connect. It used to make, that's that bossy music. You know what I mean?
I know you like that as well.
Speakers knocking.
Yeah. Jay Young got that beat knocking.
Yeah, so obvious, exactly. So obviously, off of that, I used to be like, yo, man, like, we went on a podcast and the co-host was talking about C-Biz CD. And I was like, yo, bro, C-Biz, Jay Young's, six-figure music, that there is hard, fam. I said, them man there have got a formula, bro. I said, I want to hear more Biz with more Jay Young's. And then over the course of months, Jay Young's follows me on Instagram because he probably saw it. And then I followed him straight back, naturally. Told him, yo, bro, love your work, keep it up. And he was like, when we working?
It was a rap from
I said, today if you want. You know like, let's get it. And then obviously Jay Young's, we got Passion for Fashion, we got we got Noodles to Pasta on there. We got a few joints. And hopefully many more to come, you get me?
You know, I like that one. I got a Passion for Fashion.
Yeah,
I was like, hey.
Because my friends used to say, like, bruv, you're a shopaholic. And like, lady friends and that, all you do is buy clothes and and I'm a shopaholic, but also retail therapy. But you see, you see one guy from my ends called Rex, he left a comment on, I said I got a spending addiction on a picture on Instagram, and he said, nah, bro, I just call it a passion for fashion. And I was like, yo, alright, fam. So I just ran with it, fam. You get me? So fuck it, man. It's what it is. I like nice shit, you know what I mean?
Of course, you want to look up, you know, man. It's nice to look nice, you know what I mean? Bro, I didn't realize the time, bro. Yeah, we've been chatting for hours.
That's cool. We'll wrap it up now, man.
But
wrap it up.
There was something else.
Anything else you want to talk about?
Sorry, bro.
That's all right, bro.
Let me.
I'm gonna show you some joints. As soon as we switch the mics off, now I'm gonna show you some records anyway, because Dan's gonna come back in here. Shout out Dan, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Big up.
Dan's been helping me. Savage Dan's been helping me mix this whole project, man. Record
Seriously?
It. So, that's my guy. You feel me? And Jukebox.
Yeah. Bow. And now look, you point me in the direction, and you know, we've been talking. I said, I want to do a podcast. I want to do a few more things.
Now, we here.
See,
baby.
All it takes is a bit of thought and just motivation.
Yeah.
I think that's the theme for this.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean?
This really is motivational music, man.
Yeah.
Hard times don't last. Say less.
No, I think we've covered a lot of we've covered more than everything, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, I said this to you like earlier in the week. I'm really appreciative. Again, it's similar to what I said earlier. Like, you could have gone to anybody to speak to, and you really, bruv, it's touching. Like, you've told me things that are not even about music. You know what I mean, bruv? And you know, we've known each other for a few years. We don't see each other every day, but we speak, and there's a mutual respect there. And you told me some real deep, meaningful stuff that you could have shared with, bruv. Look how much people you know. You know what I mean? You got thousands of followers on Instagram. You could have gone to anyone, and they would have sat down with you and said, "Oh, we got ASB." You know what I mean?
If anyone is suffering from like depression, stress, anxiety, epilepsy, and that, DM me, bro. I'll talk to you, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't give a shit about all this. I'm lit on the gram and I don't read stuff and that. No, hit me up, man. I want to be. I want to give back. You know, like I was saying, my inspiration, like Meek Mill, inspired me recently because he come home from getting put in jail and that in the middle of being a star, and he come back clean from drugs in terms of Percocets and lean, whatever he was doing, and he's just spread his story about like justice. And we need that, man. We need people that are lit to be regular and say, I went through some regular shit, and you know what I mean. It's real stuff, and this is how you battle it. This is how you. I would always say to people, you know, God is great. Believe in God. Give thanks. Be grateful. Give thanks when nothing's going wrong, so that when something is going wrong, you can ask for help.
You can,
And you know, if even some people aren't religious, but you could be spiritual still. You know what I mean? You could be spiritual still, and I just think have a positive mindset. Mind over matter is very key, and always be open to the future rather than just being in that tunnel vision where you just think there's no light at the end of the tunnel and stuff. You know, always know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You get me? That'd be my words to people.
That's a good thing. That's a good way to kind of end on that note. You know what I mean? But you know what, bro? This has been wicked.
Support me, bro, man.
Nah, come on, man. This is not even. Don't thank me, bro. This is nothing. Because the thing is, we always said years ago. I remember I've got our first interview. This has been like 2015, 16 or something. And I remember I've got it on my Mixcloud, and I think I said something like, you know, that's why we need a podcast. It's like I put it out there into universe, and you showed me. You had the podcast, and you said, Daz, you need to do a podcast. You can do this, you can do that. So you know what I mean. You helped me out a lot, bro, and like, it's things like that. I just wish, you know, I don't want to, you know, go down that road again, you know, but I'm just grateful that I got people like you around that can show me certain things, because I've never ever claimed to know everything. You know what I mean? I'm still new to certain things, and I might have been DJing for years, but that don't mean because I've been DJing for years I know everything about the music game. The music game's changed since when I started.
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact. Every year it has slight changes, right?
You know what I mean? So when man is showing me certain little things, I'm very receptive to it. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful, man. Like I said, you could have gone to anyone to talk about, you know, the new music, the old experiences, whether good or bad. But you chose to bring me in on that, man. So
I appreciate you, bro. And you know, I like the fact that we both love hip hop.
Yeah, we have to do another one where we have a little.
We're gonna have a debate.
Debate, yeah.
We're gonna have a debate still. But thank you again, brother, man.
Nah, come on, man.
And hard times don't last, man. Stream it. It's out now. Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Google, whatever it's called. Wherever you consume music, YouTube. Go and follow my own personal YouTube channel. It's called ASB Visual. And yeah, man, that's it, man. Just support me, man. And again, like, hit me up on the gram, man. You know what I mean? Shout me, man. I'm normal.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're a normal guy. You know what I mean? But, bruv, I just hope. My last thing I want to say in terms of the EP, I just hope that it really hits people in two ways. I hope that it hits the fans, and they're like, "Raw, nah, this is hectic. This is lit." Like,
yeah.
And two, I hope it hits the people who haven't really been checking. You know what I mean? That they go back and do their research. I do that. You know, like when it
pops.
I go back. Like even Beluga Ice. Like when we first started linking and everything, and then I said to myself, nah. And I think you showed me as well. You goes, nah, you need to go back, Daz. Like Beluga's been doing his thing, and I went right back into the archives, boy, and I was like, nah, like
he's a real G, man. But
you know, I'm not afraid to do that. You know what I mean? Because that's what you got to do.
I hope if I ever do get that opportunity where I bust bigger, that they go and listen to my old music. Yeah, just to know that I ain't.
Just to know there's a foundation there. You're not new
even
to
if
this.
I have one hit that's successful, and it pays for my house or whatever, and does something blessed for me.
Yeah, then you've done the job.
Go and check my old shit so you know I wasn't a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean?
Ain't it, Dan? Am I lying? Fam, like, trust me and Dan go way back, man.
I got to big up Dan, you know, because...
It's making moves, mate.
Honestly, I'm going to be... You know, I've said it before, you know, Dan. Like, I've been saying to myself, oh, man, one thing I want to do for 2019 is do more visuals, you know, I've got so much I want to say, but I'd love to do a podcast or something, some kind of show. Not knowing that there's one on my doorstep where I can go and dance. You know what I
mean? Listen, Savage Dan's the realest, man.
Like Dan said I can't call him that though. He's not Savage. He said
He will never leave me.
Not on a Saturday.
Not weekends.
Wicked.
My guys.
Yes.
Peace out.
Nah. We were talking for hours, bro.